we got to talk about one more big trade, and then we'll break down into a few other things. The other big trade that happened today was the Dallas Mavericks trading Kristaps Porzingis for Spencer Dinwiddie, and because it's compulsory for the Mavericks organization to have a big European big man on their team, Davis Bertans. I don't know what it is with these Latvian guys that they love and these Eastern European guys, but they went and got Davis Bertans. And for me, Davis Bertans has been one of the worst players in the NBA this season. Ever since he signed that huge contract, he's not lived up to it. I think Spencer Dinwiddie has not played up to what we expected him to play. And adding them to this team, it was confusing to me until I looked at the numbers. We could talk about the basketball fit, but I want to talk about the numbers first, because they've essentially traded Kristaps Porzingis' huge bad contract of $36 million or whatever he's owed for two smaller, but also bad contracts, 17 mil and 18 mil each. Okay. But the reason they've done this is because they think it'll be easier to move either one of these guys, because let's say Davis Bertans comes in and now his 3-point shooting is back because he looks good playing alongside Luka Doncic, who can find him for easy looks. Let's say he starts scoring 3 balls again. They could trade him off to another team. Spencer Dinwiddie comes in, you could play him in the 6-man role, and he's good insurance if Jalen Brunson leaves. Say he looks good, you could trade him. Because then in 2023 to 2024, the Mavericks are going to have maximum cap room to pair a superstar with Luka Doncic, who is only 22 years old. So I think the Mavericks have realized they ain't winning nothing this year or next year. But 23-24, if they can recruit someone to come and play with Luka Doncic, Kristaps Porzingis would be eligible for his player option that year, which is 36 mil. They've taken that off the table. They said, we're going to clear this cap room. So I'm looking for them to trade Bertans and Dinwiddie over the next 2 seasons. But I like what they've done from a financial sense. From a basketball sense, I think they've got worse this season, though. What's your take on that move?
Well, I have to give Dallas front office credit because, I think this deal was done with the following. First, they have to address the elephant in the room for next year in this, summer for free agency with Brunson. Jalen Brunson is going to be a free agent. Mm-hmm. Jalen Brunson will probably command a certain level because he's worked hard, he's played well, and he's playing excellent basketball, and he probably will command a certain level. Okay.
And they just extended Dorian Finney-Smith for 4 years, $52 million. So I don't know if they're going to have the money to pay him.
You can do whatever you want to do. Now, without saying it, this is what they're saying. We will only go to a certain level. And if we can't get to that level, let me make sure that I have a secondary ball handler who can play and can shoot, because Luka Doncic is the primary ball handler.
Yeah.
Well, that guy is Spencer Dinwiddie. See, that to me is excellent. That's excellent doing, because you're saying, I get it. You drafted Brunson. Brunson has developed, and he probably will command something maybe we're not willing to go to.
I think a team will not overpay, but pay more than what Dallas would be willing to pay.
Whatever you get, that's what you're worth.
Yeah, fair enough.
Now, so Spencer Dinwiddie is the insurance if that doesn't work.
Yeah.
Okay. Bertans, on the other hand, is the following. Like, this guy can shoot. It's like riding a bike. You just don't forget how to ride a bike. The problem is they're not playing a brand of basketball that fits him. You know, Kyle Kuzma now is getting those minutes, so forth and so on. Well, I think this is good.
He was shooting 42% from 3 2 seasons ago. Last season, he shot 39%, 40%. This season, he's dropped down to 30%. So maybe a new scenery.
He will improve with Luka. You know why he's going to improve with Luka? Because he's going to get open shots.
Yep. And
he's going to improve.
And he's not going to complain. Porzingis would complain about being stuck in the corner waiting to catch a shoot a 3, whereas Bertans, that's his game.
I want to make sure I say this, and I say this on air. I want to go back to Porzingis when he came into this league. I want to give credit for the New York Knicks for trading Porzingis.
Yep.
Because there were a lot of people who were sitting here on these microphones and were saying, how dare them trade the unicorn? How dare they trade this guy? And Porzingis has, early in his career, he showed glimpses, and he's, I thought he's playing better. I thought he was rounding into shape this year. And I like Porzingis. But suddenly now you go from that in New York City to suddenly now where, you're going, man, I just hope, he can play, stay healthy, get healthy, and play. So give the New York Knicks staff credit for whatever the reasons may have been to trade him, that they knew something or spotted something because I think they would have kept him if he wanted to stay there. But it sounds like what's reported that he didn't want to stay there. So give the New York Knicks credit. He comes to Dallas, and you saw glimpses. You were like, God, if those guys can make it, you're like, they could be something special. But it didn't work. And now Dallas moved on. And hopefully for Porzingis, he can get healthy, because you're nothing without your health. So hopefully he can get healthy and become the player that we all thought. Now he's in a situation where Porzingis at his height and Kuzma, that should be interesting, right? Bradley Beal, if he comes back there, who knows what's going to happen? But, I didn't expect Porzingis to get moved. So this was a very interesting trade, and hopefully it works out for everyone. But I definitely understand what Dallas was doing, and I understand Washington. They're getting a player, and if it works out, I mean, you're getting, you're getting a nice player.
They also sent Aaron Holiday to the Phoenix Suns in exchange for some cash. I don't know if Phoenix is going to keep him on the roster. If they do, that's another third string guard they can keep. But they also moved Montrezl Harrell over to the Charlotte Hornets in exchange for Vernon Carey and Ish Smith. What do you make of that? Because I'm not sure about the fit of Montrezl in Charlotte.
I like it. I really like Montrezl there. I really like Montrezl. And here's why. If you watch the Charlotte Hornets play, they have no interior threats whatsoever on both sides of the ball. No disrespect to anyone that's currently. They have no interior threats. Now, Montrezl can catch alley-oops. Montrezl can score. And then that will free up LaMelo. That will free up Miles.
Yeah,
because they get out. They have.
I just thought they'd go for someone more defensive though, because Montrezl isn't really.
He really isn't what?
I don't think he's an elite defender.
How many elite defenders are there at the five?
I don't know, but some level of rim protection, because he's undersized at that five position.
Okay, give me a name.
If I was the Charlotte Hornets, I would have been looking at trying to get Miles Turner, or I would have been looking at even Rashawn Holmes. I think is a better defender than Montrezl Harrell. Okay,
so if you're asking me again, let's do the trades. You look at the basketball part component. You look at the financial component. Montrezl Harrell is on a nice deal. I think he's like on a mid-level deal. You're going to get nice production at the money that you're playing with. I don't think you're going to find too much better at that number. I don't think you're going to find too much. You're not going to get. Montrezl is a man down there on that box. He may not be a rim protector, but let me tell you something. No one's bullying Montrezl Harrell.
I feel you.
Okay.
But for the similar money as Rashawn Holmes.
Okay. Montrezl is a better offensive player because your best player can deliver the ball with the best of them. Yeah. I like Holmes. Montrezl is capable of doing a 20-15 in the playoffs. I don't know that about.
I hear it. I hear it.
You follow what I'm saying?
No, I hear you.
And you can throw the ball to him, and he can score a little bit.
Yeah, he can go get you a bucket. We've seen him do that when he was with the Lakers.
I think this fits their team.
Clippers, not the Lakers. Yeah. That wasn't a good season.
The Clippers. He can score the ball down there a little bit.
Yeah, I like his toughness though. I do like the toughness
and that's what you took the words out of my mouth. He gives them toughness
because LaMelo's not a tough guy. Gordon Hayward is definitely not a tough guy. Miles Bridges is a bit of a dog. I like Miles Bridges, but I like what Trez will bring to that locker room.
I think that's a good move for them. I think it's a good trade for them, and I think it fits financially where they are.
He's got 1 year left at $9 million. He's got 1 year left, so they can reevaluate that.
See,
but
I love it, and he's a serviceable player. When I say serviceable, he is in the rotation of the majority of I want to say every team in the league. He will find a way to the court. I don't care what team he's playing for.